AI won't steal your job, but it will expose if you're useless. Here's an interesting stat. About 75% of workers now use AI. And here's the brutal truth nobody's saying. If AI can do your job, you never had a real job to begin with. I'm JC Nova, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a comic creator, and someone who uses AI to really maximize my day, cutting down rubbish tasks, while a lot of people just end up grinding and grinding. And I understand that the panic is everywhere. AI is taking our jobs. I hear that all the time. Robots are going to replace us. Everyone's terrified about this. But here's what the actual research really shows. Productivity in AI exposed industries has nearly quadrupled since 2022. I'm talking about jumps from about 7% growth to about 27% growth. More workers are using AI and they're getting about 56% on wage premiums, and job numbers are rising even in the most automatable roles, which is pretty not what you thought would happen, right? So yeah, AI is actually destroying everything in some way, but it's also making people more valuable and better paid. The real question isn't, will AI take my job? It's really, am I doing work that actually matters, or am I just busy? Here's the uncomfortable reality and truth. Most people are replaceable because most people do replaceable work. So if we get down into the heart of it, why are some workers thriving while others are really panicking? AI is the ultimate mirror. It shows you exactly what you contribute beyond the grunt work. And for a lot of people, if we're honest, that reflection is terrifying. The World Economic Forum predicts 92 million jobs will be displaced by 2030. And that sounds apocalyptic, right? Except they're also predicting about 170 million new jobs created. So we're talking about a net growth of about 78 million jobs. So the divide isn't between humans and machines. It's really between people who do replaceable work and people who do irreplaceable work. And I need you to bear this perspective in mind. So I'm going to talk about 3 types of work, and I want you to really analyze the kind of work you're doing. There's a Penn Wharton research, and it found that occupations around the 80th earning percentile, right, in North America and the US, are most exposed to AI. I'm talking about half the tasks can be automated. Now, the highest earners are less exposed, and then the lowest earners are also kind of less exposed as well. So it's almost like the guys in the middle band have the highest exposure to their jobs being replaced by AI. So what's the translation? If you're in the middle doing knowledge work, that's really just information shuffling, you're in the danger zone. So like I said, I'm going to talk about 3 types of work, and I want you to analyze the kind of work you're doing because AI is exposing different types of work. The first is robotic type of work, and this is something AI can do directly. And if you think about jobs like data entry or email responses or scheduling meetings or basic research or writing a first draft or pattern recognition, if this is your whole job, you are not a knowledge worker. You're a human API, and APIs get replaced. The harsh truth is that if you're still doing this manually, you're actually volunteering to be obsolete. It's just the way it is. The second type of work is hybrid work. This is where AI assists you, but you elevate the output of the job. So I'm talking about scenarios like content creation, where AI will do the first draft and then you inject some soul, where there is customer service, where AI handles things like FAQs, frequently asked questions, and you solve the complex problems. I'm talking about analysis, where AI crunches the numbers while you're actually interpreting the data. This is where 40% of productivity gains actually happen, and this according to research by Upwork. Employees using AIs report 40% productivity boost driven by smart tool use and actually upskilling. So the takeaway here is learn to make AI your co-pilot, and not your replacement. And then there's the third type of work. This is work that AI cannot touch. And what are we talking about here? We're talking strategic vision, relationship building, creative breakthroughs, moral judgment, leadership. That work that requires your unique experience, your judgment, your humanity, right? McKinsey found that only 1% of companies have reached AI maturity, 1%. And you know why? Because implementing AI requires human judgment about what to automate and how to lead through change. And the world is going through a lot of change with this whole AI stuff. So what's the opportunity? Double down on what makes you irreplaceable. Don't just do stuff because it's work that is just grunt work. So your wake-up call is that AI isn't your enemy. It's really a truth teller. Am I doing busy work or am I doing value-adding work? If AI can do your job, good. Let it do your job. That frees you up to do work that actually matters. Work that requires your brain, your judgment, your soul, your humanity. So if we think about takeaway steps based on what we've just spoken about today, the first step is audit your work this week. What percentage is robotic type of work? Automate it immediately and give it to AI. The second thing you can do is identify hybrid work. Use AI to 10x your output and then add the human touch that makes it really yours and that makes it really unique. The third step is spend about 8% of your time on human-only work. Strategy, relationship, creative vision, creative writing. This is where your value lies and where it lives. The future isn't about competing with AI. It's about becoming so valuable that AI makes you irreplaceable. So that's it. I want you to drop a comment. What percentage of your job can AI do right now? I'd like you to be honest about it. And then tell me what you're going to change, what you're going to do about it. Stop being afraid of AI and start using it to expose your genius. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.